Have you ever caught yourself wishing you could buy just a little more time? A few extra years or even extra afternoons? It's a question that's been rolling around in my mind, especially now that I've been retired for about a week. Yep, just one weekend, so this is still fresh paint, folks. And today we're going to talk about that very question. Can we really buy more time in retirement? Not in a science fiction way, but in the real practical sense that affects our daily lives. So stick around to the end because this isn't just theory. I'm going to share a couple of personal stories, a couple of metaphors I've been chewing on, and three big takeaways that you might actually use. Whether retirement is on your doorstep or still just an idea on your mental whiteboard. Quick intro before we dive in. My name's James. I retired in May of 2025 after decades as a project manager in big high-tech companies. This channel, it's my way of sharing what I'm learning as I live it so that you might step into retirement with a little more confidence in your money, in your time, and in your health. All right, let's get to it. Buying time. What does that really mean? When we say buying time, we don't mean adding years to the calendar. We mean spending our resources, mostly money and attention, in a way that gives us the kind of time we value most. Like buying convenience or outsourcing chores or investing in health today so we have more good years tomorrow. Here's an analogy that helps me. Imagine retirement as a big block of ice. Every day it melts just a little bit. We can't stop it from melting, not completely, but we can slow it down, shape it, and use it before it's all gone. Here are some examples of how I traded money for more time. Think about similar examples in your life. Last week, literally 2 days after retiring, I went out to the yard and I was clearing leaves by hand. After about an hour, I thought, why am I doing this with a rake? So I went online and ordered a battery-powered leaf blower. It cost me like $150. In return, it cut that hour of raking to about 15 minutes. And honestly, blowing those leaves around was a lot more fun. Did I just buy 45 minutes? Not exactly. But I did trade money for time and energy and probably avoided a sore back. That's the first big idea here. We can't buy more time on Earth, but we can trade money for time we want to spend. Another example, and let me know if you can relate to this one. A few years back, still working full time, I insisted on changing the oil in my cars. I learned to do it when I was young. I saw it as a way to stay handy and self-reliant. Then, last fall, I took my cars to a shop to have someone else change the oil. Instead of half of a day on my back, under my cars, I took a walk with my wife. We talked about our hopes for retirement, enjoyed hearing the birds sing. Did I buy a few extra years of life? No, but I bought back a half day of good time. The first takeaway is simple. Identify the things that drain your time and energy, but don't bring you real joy. Make a list. Yard work, car maintenance, grocery shopping on a busy day, or preparing your own taxes. Then look for ways to trade money for relief. It's not about laziness. It's about choosing how you spend the time you do have. Here's another time management trick I learned. For decades, Sunday nights were my planning time. Google Calendars, Gantt charts, the whole project manager toolkit. Funny thing, now that I'm retired, I still do it. But it looks different. I block out time for walks, lunch with friends, a trip to the nursery to buy garden supplies. And you know what? That little ritual doesn't save me time. It shapes my time into something I look forward to. That's the second idea. Planning isn't just for work. It helps us spend the time we have in ways that are meaningful. Think of your retirement time like a garden plot. You can't make it bigger, but you can decide what you plant, how you tend it, and when you harvest. If you ignore it, what do you get? Weeds. But if you plant it, well, you get tomatoes and basil and maybe some flowers for color. Freedom doesn't mean doing nothing. It means having the power to choose what fills your day. A calendar isn't a prison, it's a canvas. 1 week into retirement, I've started a morning routine. Quiet reading time, a quick stretch, then a 30-minute walk. It cost me nothing, but it pays me back in energy and positive mood. Health is the biggest time multiplier. Better health now means more good years later. That's the third idea. Some uses of time, like exercise or meal prep, are really investments that can buy you better years down the road. Just like money compounds, small health habits compound too. 10 minutes of stretching today might spare you hours of back pain next month. Healthy meals now might buy you a few extra years of independence later. Retirement isn't just about spending money wisely. It's about spending time wisely too. Sometimes it hits me. Retirement isn't about having endless days. It's about making the days we do have feel full of purpose, connection, a bit of fun. If you're a few years out, maybe the question isn't, how long will I live? But instead, what would I love to do with the time I have? Can we really buy more time? Not literally, but we can trade money for chores we don't love. We can plan our weeks to make space for what matters. We can use time to invest in health, buying more good years. None of us can stop the clock, but we can decide how we use every tick. If you'd like, I can do a follow-up video sharing my actual weekly retirement routine, what I do, what I outsource, what I plan. Drop a comment below if that sounds interesting. Thanks for sticking with me. Whether you're a week into retirement like me or you're still dreaming about it, just remember, time isn't about how much we have. It's about how we choose to spend it. If this helped, please consider subscribing. It helps me and it helps YouTube share this with others who might need it.